Welcome back. In this video, let's talk about your reading preparation. So this is another tip to help you to get ready for your IELTS reading test. Now, it's very important to do lots of reading before your IELTS reading test. So my first reading preparation tip is for hopefully 2 or 3 months or longer, more the better, before your test. I want you to be reading challenging material about different topics for 20 to 30 minutes every day for 2 to 3 months. That's really very important habit that you should be reading challenging, difficult material, not reading like kids' books, reading something that's really high level, at a similar level or higher level to the real reading test. And let me give you a few recommendations. So here are the Economist. These are an excellent magazines, the politics and economy and society and things like that. And also, if you want more science one, Scientific American or World Science are both are very good. Now, why are these ones are useful and why you should be reading? So, first of all, it's going to help your reading speed. So if you one of those who reads like the apple was on the tree, like very, very slow, this will help because you can't read that slowly and get good marks in IELTS reading. So getting into the habit of reading will improve your reading speed. It will also improve your vocabulary. Now, the reason I recommended these different sources, Economist, the Hindu, the Scientific American, is because they regularly have lots of articles about many different things, different areas of science, different areas of business, politics, and things happening in society, all different topics. So if you only read the same topic again and again, your vocabulary won't grow very much and the IELTS reading test will be hard. But if you can read across a range of topics, your vocabulary will grow a lot, particularly if you follow the vocabulary building tips that you see in the next few videos. And one another reason why this is useful, this will give you better instinct or feeling or sense of correctness for grammar and also for collocations. That means words often go together. The more you read, the more exposure you have to high level writing, the better you will be able to write yourself. And the easier you find it to pick out the right answers and identify the wrong choices when you do your reading test. Okay, so really, really important to get that habit of reading regularly. The next tip I like to give you is that you should start when you're doing your practice test without a timer. So don't say 1 hour to do this test and I don't want you to do at first. Later you will, but at first I want you to do it without a timer and read and answer those questions for as long as you need to get the answers right and to understand everything. Why? Because if you learn slowly, you learn deeply. All right? You don't want to rush through and just do your best and 1 minute left and I'm finished. That's not a good way to start. Eventually, you need to use a timer, but first, forget about it. Take it slowly. Try to really find those words, get a feeling for these questions. And the good thing is, this will help you to become familiar with different questions type. And you get a good skill foundation by taking step by step, not rushing too much. It's just like driving a car. When you are learning to drive, you just don't go onto the highway. All right? You have to drive around, practice the different skills, and eventually you'll be very, very comfortable driving very fast on a highway, but not on your first day. And then after a little while, you're going to start to do timed test. Once you're much more familiar with the different questions type, you build a vocabulary, then it's time to start using the clock on your phone. And then the third tip I'd like to give you is that I'd like you to try to do at least 20 full practice tests before you take the real IELTS reading test. And I suggest to do like this: do about 10 without a timer, so that way, like you said, you become familiar, you build your good foundation skill, and then do 10 with timer. It helps you to build your exam skill using all of the tips that we give you at a very fast speed. All right, because let's face it, the IELTS reading is based on time, so eventually we have to use a timer. But at first I want you to do the 10 without the timer, and then 10 tests with a timer, and this will give you more balance, having a strong foundation, really good skills, but also knowing how to handle the real reading test. Okay, so there we go, few more tips to help to prepare for the IELTS reading. In next video, few more tips. I'll see you then.